Imagine arriving at a hospital for work. Doctors are preparing for surgery. Nurses are checking patient records. Ambulances continue arriving with people whose lives depend on every second. Then suddenly, every computer screen goes black. A red warning appears. Oops, your files have been encrypted. Medical records vanish. Appointments are canceled. Ambulances are diverted. Within hours, the same message begins appearing across banks, factories, universities, railways, and businesses around the world. More than 230,000 computers in over 150 countries were infected. This wasn't just another virus. It became one of the largest ransomware attacks in history. This is the story of WannaCry. Unlike ordinary malware that secretly steals information, ransomware has a different goal. It locks your files using encryption and demands money to unlock them. Victims are given a countdown timer and instructed to pay a ransom in Bitcoin. If they refuse, they risk losing access to everything. For years, ransomware mainly targeted individuals. But in 2017, someone combined ransomware with an incredibly powerful cyber weapon. The result was devastating. A few months before the attack, a mysterious group known as the Shadow Brokers leaked a collection of cyber tools that had allegedly been stolen from the U.S. National Security Agency. Among them was an exploit called EternalBlue. It targeted a vulnerability in Microsoft's Windows operating system. Unlike phishing attacks that trick users into clicking a malicious link, EternalBlue allowed attackers to infect vulnerable computers remotely. Microsoft had already released a security patch in March 2017, but millions of computers were never updated. Many organizations delayed installing the patch, while others continued using unsupported versions of Windows. Those systems became easy targets. On May 12, 2017, WannaCry was unleashed. The ransomware used EternalBlue to spread automatically from one vulnerable computer to another. No email, no downloads, no user interaction. Just one infected computer inside a network was enough. Within minutes, the malware could begin encrypting dozens or even hundreds of connected systems. The outbreak spread across the globe at an astonishing speed. One of the hardest-hit organizations was the United Kingdom's National Health Service. Hospitals suddenly lost access to patient records. Thousands of appointments and medical procedures were canceled, and emergency patients had to be redirected because hospital systems were no longer functioning. Major companies, including Telefónica, FedEx, and Renault, were also affected. Factories stopped production, government offices experienced disruptions, and the digital world had never seen ransomware spread this quickly. Then came one of the most remarkable twists in cybersecurity history. A 22-year-old British cybersecurity researcher named Marcus Hutchins, known online as Malware Tech, began analyzing the malware. Inside its code, he noticed something unusual. Before encrypting files, WannaCry tried to contact a strange web address that wasn't registered. Out of curiosity, Hutchins purchased the domain for just a few dollars to monitor the malware's activity. Almost immediately, new infections began slowing down. Without realizing it, he had activated the malware's hidden kill switch. The ransomware had been programmed to stop if that domain responded. That simple discovery helped slow one of the fastest cyber attacks the world had ever seen. Although the outbreak was eventually contained, the damage had already been done. Hundreds of thousands of computers had been infected, causing billions of dollars in losses worldwide. Governments launched investigations, and several later publicly attributed the attack to North Korea's Lazarus Group, an allegation that North Korea denied. WannaCry became a turning point for cybersecurity. Organizations accelerated software updates, hospitals replaced aging systems, and businesses strengthened their defenses against ransomware. Microsoft even released emergency security updates for unsupported versions of Windows, an extremely rare move. Today, WannaCry remains one of the most important cyber attacks ever recorded. Not because it demanded the largest ransom, but because it exposed how a single unpatched vulnerability could bring hospitals, businesses, and governments to a standstill. It reminded the world that sometimes the most dangerous weapon isn't a missile, it's a line of code. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy true hacking stories, cybercrime investigations, and cybersecurity documentaries, subscribe and join us for the next story.